everyone, welcome to Raw TV. I'm your host, Gabrielle Dorasami, and we have such an amazing show lined up for you guys. It's gonna be so much fun because we are talking about their hashtags to your hangers. And you might be wondering, what on earth are they talking about? What do they mean? Let me break it down for you. So imagine you're sitting in class and you're doing what most students do. You're paying close attention to the screens of your phones, and you're scrolling through the various news feeds that are important to you in your life, and all of a sudden, you come across a killer outfit of the day. And of course, you go through and you want to double tap and show some love, but before you know it, you've opened up like 10 web pages showing you where you can find the exact purse, the shirt, anything that you want. And it happens to the best of us. But there's a reason that social media is becoming the most effective way to advertise all kinds of goods. And of course, to be in this scenario, you have to be remotely interested in the clothes that you put on a day-to-day basis. So our always fashionable Brittany Duffy takes us out on the street to get the real opinions of how people feel about their fashion sense, or lack thereof.
For this episode on Raw TV, we're talking about fashion and how social media and celebrities impact what we wear. I'm asking students what their fashion looks like on a day-to-day basis. Okay, so on a scale of Honey Boo Boo to Kanye West, how important is fashion to you?
No.
It's definitely on a scale between Taylor Swift and Kim. I mean, I really care when I want to look good, but then sometimes I have my bummy, slummy days where I look like a really bad version of Kim K.
Nope.
No?
Definitely not. Ooh, fashion plays a large role in my life, so I'd probably say 6 or 7.
I mean, honestly, it depends what day of the week it is, but I mean, some days on Mondays you have your Honey Boo Boos, and then most days of the week you have your Kanye West days. So
I'm a couple notches below Barack Obama.
Awesome. Wow, well those were some pretty interesting answers, from Honey Boo Boo to Kanye to Kesha to even our President Obama. What does your fashion look like?
Thank you, Brittany. She's always good about invading people's personal space with the camera. So we want to introduce our fabulous panelists, Lydia, Austin, and Gabrielle. Thanks for making the show possible. So we're talking about fashion, specifically how social media kind of integrates into our lives and then onto our hangers through buying things. So how does fashion, what is the role it plays in your life as a college student?
I think for us, being college students, we are always around the people we're around, basically.
Okay.
We go to sleep, and after seeing them, we wake up and we see them again, so we always want to look good. There's never a moment where I want to walk outside my door and look bad.
You never know who you're going to meet.
Yeah.
Your parents are always like, you're going to meet your future husband or wife,
Exactly.
so you got to be looking your best, obviously, right?
So obviously, social media influences us, and also we're constantly wanting to take Instagram pictures and posting them to get those likes, and people
Hashtag OOTD,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
those heart eye emojis. That makes me feel so good.
we just
Some of
count the
them make me
likes.
cry.
We just wait. We're like, how many likes can we get today? And they just start coming in, and we.
So is it just about, for you guys, I know immediately you were like, oh, I gotta post it on Instagram, but is it more for your likes, or is it more for hey, today I'm feeling good about myself, my outfit matches my shoes, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is for me.
I just want to know.
Yeah, for me, it's just today, I was rocking the gym shorts and the t-shirt and no makeup. So it's really, for me, it's about just personally how I'm feeling that day, expressing it.
Yeah, so when you came to college, I have to know, for me, I don't think it changed too much, but did your fashion sense kind of go up a notch, or did all hopes of coordinating beyond yoga pants and flip-flops go out the window?
Oh my gosh, I transferred here. I came to school on my first day wearing sweatpants. I'm from community college, everybody's chilling, and I get
Relaxed
here and everyone on this campus is dressed up and girls are wearing heels, and I'm like, I am not in Kansas anymore.
Every single day is a fashion
step
show
it up
here.
Yeah.
It really is.
It
That's
really
a good way to put it.
is.
Yeah.
El Prado is the
So
right
do you
one.
think this is
is.
just a Southeastern thing? Are we just the best dressed school, or
I think
is
it's
it a college age
everywhere.
thing?
I've been around in downtown Orlando, and I've seen the way that people dress there. I mean, it's just any college campus you walk on, everybody is just trying so hard to look really good.
I think culturally it's becoming more important kind of as we go, because we are kind of that social media generation. So it's if you, for instance, I accidentally somehow, it's a story, went to Pizza Hut in a muumuu one time, and it was horrendous. And I was like, what if I ran into somebody, and worst case scenario, they wanted to take a selfie because they're like, hey, we ran into each other. I'm in a muumuu. Nobody wants that. Like, that's the worst case
We all
scenario.
have our off days, and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I know a lot of times we'll look to celebrities to kind of see like what their take on it. And of course, we're going to kind of critique this with two weapons.
Yes.
We have our paddles, okay,
Yeah.
and we have our phones. And so we're going to be looking at some of like the some snapshots that I think Gabrielle you found of
Yes.
some pretty big celebrities, and we're going to use our best fashion sense to say like, okay, do we love it or was it awful? Okay, so what's first?
So first is Demi, and you can see she's doing the mismatch, and that's really in kind of right now, mixing the patterns.
I'm not so into
Okay,
this.
like what are we feeling?
I'm not
Okay.
really
The sad
loving
face.
it. I'm
Yeah,
not.
so crying.
The jacket's
Yeah.
all right, but I just think that skirt that
Like
she
just the way
found.
that I think if it was more tailored. I think if it
Yeah,
it
it
feels
looked like
more
she
tailored.
just threw it
bad.
all
Yeah.
on. Like, I don't really like the shirt. The color doesn't really go with anything.
Yeah, I don't think she's dressing for
Yeah.
her shape.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that
Yeah.
that's really important.
But see, this is the thing. I'm always like, okay, was this like a muumuu day for her?
Maybe.
Or was this like?
She didn't look like she wanted her picture taken
Yeah,
in her
so
face.
I think celebrities are, but I think that skirt's a step above a muumuu. So I don't know.
I'm still going with the crying face.
Yeah, I'm going with the crying
crying
face.
face.
Justin Timberlake, you can
Oh.
see, look at him.
Yes.
Justin Timberlake never goes wrong. I don't think.
I feel like personally, this is exactly like how I want guys to dress. Like it is perfect.
I'm gonna go buy
like,
that sweater. right now.
Is that, yeah.
No,
that
yeah.
navy blue would look nice on you. Look at that.
I like navy blue.
I do.
Yeah, he
I'm
looks
just
good.
gonna like walk up to my boyfriend and be like, yes, okay, we need to make this happen somehow. You need to look like Justin Timberlake.
Yes,
Yeah.
makeover.
Oh, it's not just the
I
outfit,
know.
it's the haircut too. It's like the way that you carry yourself.
Yeah.
Together, he looks really
Yeah.
clean.
And he's ready for the picture.
He
you
could
can
pull
tell.
off anything.
Yes.
He could pull off anything.
Okay.
So what about Taylor?
I'm still on the hard eyes for
gonna-
Taylor.
I don't
Yeah,
want to jump
as
on
a
the
girl, she
bandwagon,
looks really
guys.
good.
Everyone is a Swiftie, and I'm just not about it today. I don't know. She's gorgeous, obviously. But she's
Those high waisties, those are her thing.
That's her thing.
This is
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. This is
hers.
like classic Taylor. So.
And for her,
And the
I think
color
like
on
with the
it, too.
boots, yeah, I think with the color in the boots,
red
she's kind
color
of
that she
stepping
has,
out. Okay, so what about Kanye? Kanye is always
That's a
in the
big
Okay.
sad face for me.
Actually, no. Kanye, this I like.
Yeah, I'm
I like
kind
this.
of in between.
I like
I don't
it.
know. I
kidding,
like
guys?
some parts of it. If his
You can't
sweater
be two-faced.
was a
No.
different color,
You can't
I
be
would.
two-faced. You have to pick one or the other.
Exactly.
I like
I don't
it.
know.
That
I
sweater,
like it
my
a lot.
mom used to wear that exact same color. She's a school teacher, and she wore that like
This is a
exact
women-
same
You know
sweater
what?
all the time.
He's expressing himself, and that day he felt minty. Okay,
No.
he felt fresh.
Okay.
Guys, you have to look at just the fit of the sweater. It just looks like a women's sweater
Okay,
to me.
you know who got the fit right?
Yeah.
Look at Beyonce. Beyonce got the fit right, but how are we feeling about the patterns?
The patterns are not.
I'm just
Sad
my
face for
thing
her.
in
I'm
the
loving the
world.
shoes. I'm loving the shoes, but
Yeah, I love the shoes, but I hate the pattern.
okay, Adam Levine. Again, our last one. He is flawless. He is flawless.
Y'all
Beyonce
dress
might
is
be
so
flawed.
cute.
you
on
can't
that
just
day.
like that because you like the person.
No,
No,
I love
but
the
it's
coat. If a
perfect.
man
It's
showed
like
up in that
simple
to take you on a
white,
date,
black coat.
Okay, so
See,
we
the jacket
know
throws
we
me off at
basically
first,
know
but it's
that was
cool.
our fashion segment. We're clearly experts.
Yeah.
we all get hard eyes
Exactly.
tonight.
Austin, sorry, the women are the experts here. I'm sorry, you're overruled.
I'm not an expert, but I have their hope.
So we decided to go with Word on the Street with Brittany Duffy, and she went to guys this time, seeing what they thought of the term dressing up. Like, what does it really mean?
While most girls love getting dressed up and looking nice, I'm asking the guys around campus to see how they feel about getting dressed nicely. Okay, so what do you think the term dressing up really means?
Dressing up. I like to think that it's for specific events, but I have friends that do it every day, but I do it maybe every year for like Christmas. That's about it. Yeah.
Means dressing to be your best self, to put forth your best outfit.
I think dressing up nicely, it depends on the situation, but at least a button down and khakis for sure.
Vests. Vests are sexy. If you want to dress up, wear a vest.
You can put on a tie for church and not be dressed up, and you can have an untucked shirt and still be dressed up.
I think it means presenting yourself in a fashion that, like my friend had said, in a respectful manner.
From vests to nice button downs and khakis, it seems that guys also care about dressing nicely. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Brittany. Well, we want to introduce our expert stylist because I know that our fashion sense was pretty good, but we wanted to actually bring an expert to everybody to kind of like actually be well versed on the topic of fashion. So this is Abdel Gonzalez, and he is the official stylist for the Lakelander magazine. And you do copy, you write the stories, as well as style for the actual photo shoots, right?
Yep.
Okay,
both
awesome.
men and women do both.
So you are like you're well versed and an expert. Verified.
Yes. Sure, I'll take it.
It's business card worthy.
Right, exactly.
Yes, he's dressed better than all of us. So
Combined, probably.
So we just heard from our word on the street correspondent about what guys think about dressing up. Now, we wanted to get your opinion because typically when you think fashion, at least I do, I think of it's more of a women's thing. You know, like I feel like there might be a stigma, guys don't care as much.
Yeah.
What do you have to say to that?
You know, for me, I think, and I'm speaking from personal experience, guys have this fear of fashion, I think. And I also run a very, like a personal stylist business, and I work with a lot of men who just don't know what to do. They love fashion, they want to look good, they want to feel good. But they just don't know how to put it together, and they're a little afraid to kind of step out in the community with like a fashion-forward piece, you know, especially in a small town like Lakeland. So to me, I think for so long, men have just been afraid to really kind of step forward and say,
Why do
you
you
know
think
what?
that is?
Yeah.
You know, I think for so long, you know, there wasn't many options for us guys. It wasn't until like this millennial generation kind of came up and we're like, you know what?
it's
We
more
as men
play with
want
it.
to be cool too. We want to be
There's the
fashionable
whole
too.
Friends episode about Joey wearing the merce, and now it's like you see that everywhere.
Right, right. I mean, I remember my very first time wearing skinny jeans to college, and I was like made fun of forever. I'm like, you guys just wait in 5 years. This is going to be the coolest thing
You
ever.
were ahead of the curve.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think for so long, guys were just afraid, and I think there wasn't many options for us. So I think now that there's more options, not only fashion, but like skincare and hair care, there's just so much, you know, for us to actually gravitate to that I think.
And it's like you go into any
more simple.
section of any store, and like you said, there's not as many options because the men's section is always so small. It's like off into a little corner, and then like the women has like the entire store. So
Right, right. And I think as the years progress, there's a bigger buy-in for men, and you're going to see more retail stores growing their men departments and stuff like that. So we're on the way, you know.
Yeah. I get jealous of some of the guys
Yeah,
that they get to wear.
I was just thinking, I like walk through Urban and I see like some of the guy clothes and I'm like, hey, like maybe I'll get like the smallest size and see if it'll work.
I tell you what, women buy men's clothes all the time.
you can get away with it.
Yeah.
Sure,
But that's the
for
thing.
sure.
I tried to do that the other day. I was like feeling funky. I was like, I want like a big flannel
Yeah.
or something. Went to the men's section and there was like nothing there. There was one rack of clothes.
Okay. You
Depends
guys
on
need
the store,
to
though.
band together, and you're actually doing something about this to change, right? You're actually opening a boutique soon.
Yes, I am. So I'm opening a store here in my hometown. I've been working for Urban Outfitters for many, many years. I just want to bring some cool fashion and cool style to Lakeland, my hometown. We're going to be carrying some men's and some women's clothing, fashion forward, still, you know, comfortable and easy to wear here in a small town, while expanding people's idea of what fashion
Austin, you
is.
can shop there.
Good place to go.
There you go.
We'll go together.
We're talking about
exactly.
social media and how that kind of like gravitates with fashion. How do you use, I mean, I know you use like Instagram a lot with your outfits of the day and stuff. So how do you think, like, do you think that relationship will continue to grow in the future?
I think so, and it's only getting bigger. A lot of companies, they're really investing into their social media. They're
That's
like
good.
creating positions just for social media. I think that there's a key component to that visual. You have 7 seconds to make a first impression visually. In person and social media. So companies are realizing how important that 7 seconds is.
Only
So I
7
think that-
seconds. Wow.
Only 7 seconds.
It's not a lot
And
of
that's
time.
why it's so important to really make that first impression visually, because you're not going to be able to really talk at first. You have 7 seconds to just make it a visual thing. So I think that's why social media is so important, because it's constantly in front of our faces, and it's the quickest way for us to really tell the story of what we're about in that little short time.
Yeah, and like going off of that, like what are some tips that you would say for someone who they want to be fashion forward, they want to be in style, but they have a budget to work around, like college students? Like what are some like easy tips that you would give to them?
I always say quality over quantity. I think a lot of time college students and people who don't have a lot of money, they're like, oh, that's on sale, it's $5, I'm gonna get that, and then that's on sale, that's on sale, that's on sale. Rather
buy
than
a
saying,
lot of it, you know,
let's
that's
buy
$5.
one really great piece, you know, if it costs me to kind of maybe skip lunch a few days, You know what I mean? Like, let's get one great quality piece that will really last, and there's this wearability to it. I always say invest on something that you can really wear more rather than buying many cheap things.
Yes.
And I always say invest in really great hair and great shoes, and everything in the middle tends to work itself out.
You're wearing so many accessories, and you are just rocking it right
Yeah,
now.
I
you.
love
I know.
that watch.
Thank
We
you.
were
And
all
that's the thing, and
commenting
with
on
the
it.
hair and the facial hair, which is so in right now, I would love to be a guy to have the facial hair. It's great.
That's really fun. I wanted to shave it, saying my wife's like, don't shave your face.
Listen to the wife. Always listen
For sure.
to the wife. So,
Sure.
okay, so you would say like kind of maybe splurge on those bigger but
Yes.
well-made things.
Right. If you buy a really great pair of shoes, it's going to last you for 3-4 years. If you buy a really great blazer that you can wear on interviews, you can wear it to church, you can wear it to a wedding. Those are the pieces you really want to invest in. Don't
Is it
buy
on the touch though? Like you can feel the quality by the way, because how do you know if it's good quality?
Yes, and you know there is the idea of that, like the price point does really kind of speak to the quality. Unfortunately, that's the truth. So usually you can kind of gauge by, okay, how much is this really going to cost me? That's really a good sign that, okay, they've spent some time, they spent some great quality products to make this.
Yeah.
That's usually a pretty good gauge. And obviously, yeah, the way it feels and the wearability of it.
So you don't always go to like brand, like you don't have a certain brand that you go to or
not
anything.
necessarily,
Just quality, what good, look good on you.
Yes,
Everyone's body
for
shapes
sure.
are different.
And fit is everything. Like
Yep.
you guys,
Demi,
if there's
Demi.
if there's anything I can leave you guys with,
ruined
it's
it.
no matter what you wear, it's got to fit you. Can't be too tight, can't be too baggy.
There
It's
you
got to
go.
be just perfect for your body. No
Just
give with
tailored,
anything.
absolutely. Well, spoken from the mouth of the expert. Thank you so much for
Thank
kind
you
of
so much.
educating us a little bit, and good luck to you and your
Thank you
business
so
coming
much.
right here to Lakeland. It's 5th and Hall, right?
5th and Hall. Follow us on social media.
And
There's a
you'll
lot
see
of great
us
events
there.
happening.
Yes.
there.
We will all be there.
Thank you so
Find our
much.
flannels.
Well, we're going to go right back to Brittany Duffy with Word on the Street.
As college students, we have a lot of personal values, but how do we incorporate that into what we wear? I'm asking students how their personal values get caught up in their fashion. Okay, so how do you express your personal values through your fashion?
I like to wear a lot of red so people know that the Holy Spirit's burning in me. Yeah.
In general, just keeping things modest but fun is how I would say it. Modest or fun.
Through my fashion, I'm not really a crop toppy girl because I like to be modest.
I value being ready to take on a day, and I value not having to make yourself seem better than you are by wearing something super nice.
I want to be a unique individual that stands out and isn't a part of the crowd. So when I pick items to wear or outfits to wear, I pick clothing that is unique to me and just expresses who I am as a person.
Oh, modest is hottest. Absolutely.
Fashion seems to be a lot more than just the clothes on a hanger. I'm Brittany Duffy with the Word on the Street. Back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Brittany. Well, we are now joined by another guest, Miss Sarah Powers, and your style is always incomparable. I mean, it's fantastic. And you are the founder of a nonprofit called Top Buttons. And so you focus with young ladies, is that right? And you kind of focus more with like modesty, but also keep being fashionable and staying on budget. How did you start Top Buttons? Like, what's the story?
Well, I got started about 2 years ago, and let me just be very straightforward. This is absolutely a team effort. And although I'm a mom of 4 children, you know, they keep me very busy. I just am very passionate about encouraging young women in the culture that we live in today. So yes, for lack of a better word, we talk about modesty, but we don't define modesty. We know that modesty has a different definition, you know, based on you know, who you are and how you were raised and what resources you have. So we try not to pinpoint and define for anyone, but just to challenge young women to really understand what is influencing the decisions on what they're wearing. So we're doing that, and we're trying to use young people, because I don't want to stand up in front of people and say, this is how you need to dress, mommy of 4 kids. But it's been a fun journey, and we have a long way to go, but it's been good so far.
And when did Top Buttons, like, when was it born?
2 years ago, probably.
Wow.
Yeah,
you guys are growing fast.
2013. Is it 2015?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Listen, I don't even know what day it is. I don't know how I made it here. I can't vouch for what I'm going to say.
You look good, so you got that
Thank
going.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So we're talking about kind of like how social media integrates into the fashion world, and using Top Buttons, I know it's a magazine, but it's based online. So you must use a lot of social media to kind of integrate with the fashion, is that right?
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely. I saw right away that young women are taking pictures of themselves a lot. And I thought maybe we could use that for a purpose, you know, and kind of connect with them through social media, connect with them through the online platform, rather than trying to do a print magazine. All our girls, our teenagers are on their cell phones 24/7, so we want to connect with them right where they are. And so far, so good. We definitely have a great following of young people, and you know, we want to connect with young people. If we're not connecting with young people, then we're going to close up shop. That's my opinion.
It's so exciting. I love following y'all because not only do you post things that I feel express my own style, but you also post all different shapes and sizes and different types of like models, and it's awesome. It's really something that you could connect with.
We want to encourage young women to express their own unique style without compromising their values. And if they could understand that the two do connect, I mean, absolutely. I think, and so, I mean, it's an art, it's an expression, and we want to help young women express themselves without denying who they are, but not putting themselves out there just so sexually. I mean, we live in a world where in order to get attention, 7 seconds, right? He said, Abdel said, it takes 7 seconds to make an impression, so they want to make an impression as quick as they can. And we live in a culture where you have to be provocative and disrespectful in some ways, and even inappropriate to really get noticed and to stand out. So if we can reward girls for making right choices, reward them for putting themselves out there in the best way that they can, presenting themselves in the best way to show the world who they are, not just as one element, but who they are as a whole person.
And you're doing an excellent job with that. I mean, let me say, you're growing so quickly.
Thank you.
What, in your opinion, we've heard from Abdel, he's kind of given us a men's perspective, in addition to yours, of course, Austin.
Thank you.
So in your opinion, what drives not just women, but just people in general to be well-dressed?
What drives them to be well-dressed? I mean, I would have to say that need for value, that need for attention, and people want to put themselves out there in a way
We all
that...
want attention in some way.
We do.
Yeah.
So that need to represent themselves in the best way is what makes them want to take a closer look at what they're wearing and how they're wearing it and where they're going to find the best looks. So with what we're doing online, we're trying to help them find the trendiest stuff, but that's the right fit for them. Let's not talk about modesty. Let's talk about what's appropriate for the setting that you're wearing it in. You know, wear the bikini at the beach, but maybe not at school.
And there's some times where I've seen it where some girls, it is more flattering when they put on more layers. You know, not to say we live in Florida, like I am all for like, you know, whatever. But I have seen where sometimes adding a layer could actually be more flattering for your figure.
Absolutely. And we're styling the girls face to face, and that's one of the things that is the most fun for us, is to get to, you know, do wardrobe makeovers where we can connect with them on the website afterwards, but when we're face to face with them, we can actually provide girls with clothing and help style them.
Yeah, that's what's so great. And because I was talking to you earlier, you're going to be opening up a boutique, right?
Yes.
Pretty soon in Lakeland. And you do a lot of outreach with young ladies and giving them makeovers. Tell us a little bit about that.
Absolutely. This is our favorite part. I mean, we want to be able to give them the resources to dress the way that they want to. And I've had girls come up to me and go, Miss Powers, that's a really nice idea, but I put on 5 pounds and I can't afford to go buy a new pair of jeans. So we love to be able to partner with local civic organizations and help girls that need it get the clothes that they can look and feel the best in.
Wow, that's great. You're really teaching them values as well as looking sharp all the time.
You're hoping to.
Well, thank you, Sarah, for coming on the show and lending your expert opinion. And congratulations on all the success that Top Buttons is having. And it's great to see them in the community. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed the show. We've had a lot of fun kind of critiquing people's styles and, of course, learning something from the experts on the show. Be sure to keep up with us on our social media and stay tuned for upcoming shows. And as always, remember to live it raw.
Southeastern University has been a major part of His divine plan for your life. All the courses that you have taken, think about all the friendships, the mentoring, influence will forever impact the way you journey through this adventure called life. Graduation represents the end of a season and the beginning of another. So congratulations and God's richest blessings upon your life.